Last night I almost forgot. Last night when I was at the theater here in Columbus, they had all like these Broadway shows, you know, where they would put like the logo Annie, or they put like Cats or whatever the fuck. I don't know what the fuck they, you know, Mamma Mia, all of that stuff. And they then the whole cast would sign. And I always look at all those things, and I always think it's fucking cool. Looking at all that stuff and all the performers and the bands and all of that shit. And so I saw the Monkees were up on the wall, and I was a big Monkees fan. I loved the TV show when I was a kid. I thought it was funny as hell, and I liked the fucking songs. And I'm looking up there, and I see Davy Jones's signature from the 2001 tour. Davy Jones, rest his soul. Peter Tork, Mickey Dolenz. Then I'm looking, going, did Mike Nesmith ever come back? He never came back, did he? And then right as I was thinking, like, oh, wait a minute, way back in the day, like I'm going back like 12, 13 years ago, I used to take drum lessons at this place called the Drummers Collective, the Drummer Collective in New York City, which just has a bunch of monster fucking players down there. These just unbelievable, this gifted kids go there. And then they have these sick-ass fucking teachers there. And, you know, but then like a jerk-off like me can just come in and start taking lessons. They don't care like whatever your talent level is, you know. They'll teach you, right? And right as I was looking at the Monkees thing, I was like, wait a minute. I used to take lessons from this guy, Sandy Gennaro. Big-time Yankee fan. Lived in Staten Island. And I was, you know, obviously a Red Sox fan. And that was when the curse was still going on. And I remember I was taking lessons during 2003. And I remember when Pedro fucking grabbed Don Zimmer by his jack-o'-lantern head and fucking threw him down on the ground. And I used to do a bit about that, defending Pedro Martinez. What were his options? To turn around and run. Then he's running around from an old man. You know, to hold his ground and punch him. He can't do that because he's an old man. Or 3, grab him by his big Macy Day head and sort of guide him down to the ground. And it actually would get a laugh in New York. But last night, Joe Bartnick finally convinced me it was the wrong thing to do. Because he looked at me and he just goes, Bill, he goes, it was Don Zimmer. He's an old man. He goes, an old man comes around you. You just put your arms out and you hug him. You know, and you just go, Donnie, you're baseball. I can't do this to you. And I just put my head down and I just went, you're right. And then Verzi told the story that I guess, I don't know, at some point, I think after he retired or whatever, there's a baseball story out there that Pedro sat down and had lunch with what's George Steinbrenner, the late great George Steinbrenner, right? And to break the ice, because that was still hanging in the air, he sits down with them and he just sort of Pedro looks down and he just goes, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. And I guess Steinbrenner just started laughing and then it was fucking over. How fucking cool is that? I don't even care if it didn't happen. I just think it's a great fucking story. So anyways, so I used to take drum lessons from Sandy Gennaro, and like he was a monster fucking player, and he had an unbelievable bass drum foot, and he was the first guy that showed me that slide step thing, because I was going through probably my 50th obsession with John Bonham, and he was the guy who finally showed me how to do that. And he was doing the good times, bad times lick and all that stuff. He was just a monster player, and one of the things he did, he used to get Peter Criss from Kiss ready to go out on tour. You know, he'd just take him through the paces and all that, get him up to speed so we could go out and go kill it with the band Kiss. And then another thing he did was he played drums with the Monkees when they would go on the road. And I hadn't thought about taking lessons with them in such a long fucking time. So I'm sitting there in Columbus, and I'm looking at the Monkees thing, and I see Peter Tork, Davy Jones, and Mickey Dolenz, and I was thinking, right as I thought, wait a minute, I used to take drum lessons from a guy, Sandy Gennaro, who used to play with these guys. And I know he was on tour with these guys during that time. And right then I looked and I saw his fucking signature. It was cool as shit. I took a picture of it. And he also played with Cyndi Lauper. Like, he did, like, that's the cool thing about Drummer Collective. Like, they had fucking major drummers. There was another guy down there, and you could just walk in like a fucking bum like me, and you could just take fucking lessons from him. They had another guy down there. The fuck is his name? I'm going blank on it. He used to play with Herbie Hancock. Let me look this up. Herbie Hancock. The guy who played on Loft Funk. Herbie Hancock. You cunt. There we go. Come on, Bill. Learn how to spell. Loft Funk drummer. Something simple. Mike something or other. Mike Clark. I couldn't believe it when I went down there. I just saw the guy go walking by, and I was like, is that fucking Mike Clark? They go, yeah. I go, what is he doing here? He goes, oh, he's one of the teachers. It's like, you can take a fucking lesson with that guy? Sitting there listening to his shit, trying to figure out how to fucking do it. You could actually walk down and take a lesson. And I know some of you younger guys, this is no big fucking deal because you got YouTube and you can just watch the guy and break it down and slow it down or have some guy. But back in the day, you couldn't do that. And I was just like, this is why it's great to live in fucking New York City. These fucking guys are actually out here. Anyway, so I'll end on this thing here, and I'm going to have to punch in the advertising because I haven't gotten it yet. I'll have to put it in later on when I'm on the bus. But anyways, I discovered a fucking drummer. I don't know where I was. Guy Chris Coleman. Any drummers out there familiar with this guy? He's one of these gospel drummers. This guy's fucking unbelievable. I just stumbled upon I watch a bunch of drum videos. So on YouTube, they always have them on the fucking sides. And it just popped up. And I was like, who's this guy? I'll check out this guy's playing. Just a fucking unbelievable solo. So I'm going to put I'll post a clip of the picture I took at the theater here in Columbus with the Monkees and Sandy Gennaro's signature. He drew a little drum, man. It was fucking cool as shit. And also the video clip of Chris Coleman.